Welcome to John Meihua Chinese class. I'm your friend Jasmine. Today we are going to learn a very important grammar point, which is about the tense and aspect of verbs. Honestly, it was a big headache for me when I was learning English, and it took me years to master all the particle forms for regular and irregular verbs. But regarding this part, Chinese is way more simple than English. From this session, I believe you will have more confidence in learning Chinese. Let's get started. Today we are going to learn the three main particles that is related to the verb aspect. 遮, le, 过. What does each mean? 遮 is for durative aspect, which is similar to the progressive aspect in English, the ing form. Le is for perfectiveness aspect. Simply speaking, it's similar to the past tense. Past aspect, which means the action was finished. 过 experimental aspect. Actually, it's same as the second one, le. It also refers to the action that's already finished, but it's not referring to an exact time point in the past. It doesn't care about when the action was finished. It's more about whether something happened or whether you have any experience in the past. Let's take a deep dive into each of them. 遮, the pattern is verb plus 遮 plus the object. For example, 看电影 watch movie. So if I want to say I am watching a movie, I should add the character 遮 after the verb and before the object. 看遮电影。我看着电影。I 看着 This is about the progressive aspect, so I should use I am watching a movie. Just remember, we should add the character 遮 after the verb before the object. 看电影，看着电影。I am watching a movie. Another one, 游泳 means swim. It's one word in English, however, it's two characters word in Chinese. So to see that I am swimming, I should add the character 遮 after the verb before the object. Actually, this is already a compound word. It has the verb part, it also has the object part. The first one is the verb, the second character is object. So we can add the particle 遮 after the verb and before the object. 游遮泳。我昨天下午正游着泳呢。So the time here for this sentence is 昨天 yesterday. What was I doing yesterday? I want to tell you 我昨天 下午 yesterday afternoon I was swimming. So I should use the transformed one, which means we should add a character 着 between the verb and the object. 游着泳，我昨天下午正游着泳呢。We should not say 我昨天下午正游泳呢。Usually we don't say this way. Normally we would add a 着 between the verb and the object. I was swimming yesterday afternoon. Okay, one more thing about 着. Usually, when we want to express the progressive aspect, we also add some other characters here, 正 or 在 or 正在. They also mean that something is happening. And we add this character before the verb. This character and the 着 they work together perfectly. For example, 我正写着作业呢. See, when we see this word here, this character here, 着, we should be able to know that something is happening. This is a progressive aspect. 我正写着作业呢. So in translation, we should say, I am writing the homework. I am writing. It's a progressive aspect. 你在画着画吗？画着画. See, this is the pattern, right? So it must be a progressive aspect. Usually we can add either 正 or 在 before the verb. 你在画着画吗 or 你正画着画吗 This is more native, actually. To add 正 or 在 before the verb, this is more native in Chinese. So the second particle 了 here it's a perfective aspect. Actually, I would say it's more similar to the past tense in English. We want to express that something happened in the past, and usually both the speaker and the listener know when that action happened in the past. So it's more similar to the simple past tense. There is a little difference between statement sentence, and question sentence. In the statement sentence, the pattern is verb plus 了 plus object, similar to the structure for last one, right? 着 verb plus 着 plus object. Here it's verb plus 了 plus object. And a little bit different in question sentence. We move 了 after the object, not between the verb and object. For negative sentence, we simply add 没 before the verb and the object. For example, in a statement sentence, we add 了 between the verb and the object. 我买了一条裙子。我买了一条裙子。买裙子 is verb and object. 一条裙子 this is number and measure word. 买 is verb. Object is 一条裙子. Okay, between them we should add 了 to indicate that this is something that happened in the past and it's already finished. I bought a skirt. 昨天 yesterday 我去了医院。去 we all know it's a verb, right? 去 means to go. 医院 is hospital. 去医院 this is verb and object. So to indicate that I did something yesterday, we should add le between the verb and object. 去了医院。昨天我去了医院。Yesterday I went to the hospital. So how do we form the question sentence? It's a bit different because we need to move le from between to follow the object, after the object. So usually in the office, we would check with our colleagues, right? Did you send the email, the meeting invitation? Did you send the meeting invitation? We want to confirm that something has already been finished. So we usually ask, 你发邮件了吗? Here, 发 is verb. 邮件 email is the object. As this is a question sentence, we usually put le after the object. 你发邮件了吗? Not 你发了邮件吗? That is how we put it in a statement sentence, right? But in a question sentence, we usually put le after the object. 发邮件了吗? Let's look at how we respond to the question. If it's a yes reply, we just repeat the action, but usually we don't mention the object because it's already there in the question, right? So we don't want to repeat it. We just want to confirm to the asker that yes, something happened. We would say, 你发邮件了吗? Did you send the email? We will respond, 我发了. I sent. Here, because there is le, which means it's past, right? It's something that happened already. So the translation should be I sent, right? Sent is a past particle. If it's a negative reply, we add the negative indicator before the verb. 我没发, just remember here, for when we are talking about the past, we don't use the negative indicator. 不 is very common, right? 不 I guess you all know about this character 不. But when we are talking about the past, we don't use 不, we use 没 before the verb. So this is equal to I didn't send, I didn't. Le is not used in negative sentence. Yeah, this is a very important tip. See, we don't have this le, right, in the negative reply. We don't say 我没发了. Le usually means something happened. If something didn't happen, there's no need to put le in a sentence, right? So just remember, le is not used in negative reply. 我没发, 我没去, I didn't go, I didn't send. 我没吃, I didn't eat. Remember, we don't use le in active sentence. Good. So the last one, 过. 过 means it also refers to the past. But the difference here from le is we don't, in a context, we don't care when this action happened, we just care whether this action happened. So usually in a context, we would not mention the exact time in the past. We just talk about whether, and we just make sure you have the experience or not. So it's more about experiment, experience. The pattern is similar to the other two. We add the particle in between verb and object. And similarly, in active form, we add since it's about the past, right? Still, we are using may. We don't use bu. We put may before the verb. And still, we have 过 in between verb and object. In question, it's the same as the structure in the statement, just it's a question form. We have more at the end of the sentence. Let's first look at the statement. 你去过北京吗？去 go, 过 here, it's a particle, right? 北京 is the object. 去 is verb. 北京 is object. Okay, we put 过 in between. And this is okay. Somebody is asking the question. 你去过北京吗？ Have you? It's equal to have you been to Beijing, right? I don't care whether it's last year or it's 10 years ago that you went to Beijing. I just want to make sure you have been to Beijing. Another example, 你吃过北京烤鸭吗？吃 eat. Eat something. So what is something here? The object is 北京烤鸭, Beijing duck. Okay, in between there is 过. Okay, this is the indicator. So somebody is asking me if I did something in the past. So when you translate this into English, we should use the perfect tense and aspect. Have you tasted Beijing duck? See, we don't see any time phrase here, right? Because that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's 1 year ago, 2 years ago, or 10 years ago. So what matters is just the experience. Yes or no. So for a positive reply, I should say 我吃过北京烤鸭. Usually we can ignore the object here because it's already there in the question. It's already there in the context, so we can ignore it. 我吃过. For negative reply, we add may before the verb. 我没吃过, 我没吃过. Here, object can be omitted in the reply to remove abundancy. That's all for today. I'll see you next time. 再见。